dinosaurs.
Ah, what's that? Sounds dangerous. Maybe it's a bear. Or a tiger. Oh no, it must be something else. Something more dangerous. Ah, maybe a dinosaur. Hello, Magic Wall. Who am I?
Well, I don't know, Pixie. A giant rabbit?
No, silly. Guess again.
A crazy dog?
No, I'm a dinosaur. Can't you tell?
Aha, I see. Look here.
Ah, that's what they look like. And where do they live? Here in the forest.
No, my friend. You won't find them here. Dinosaurs already died out 65 million years ago.
Oh? They're dead? Millions and millions of years ago?
That's right, an incredibly long time ago.
All of them? Are you sure? Maybe some survived somehow and make some strange noises now.
Sure, every last one of them.
Hey! They sure look mean.
Oh, they were. The word dinosaur means terrible lizard.
That's a good name. What was so special about them?
Well, usually reptiles have legs that angle away from their bodies, but dinosaurs had legs directly below them. This meant they could run faster.
Boy, they sure had big legs and such small arms. That looks weird.
Lots of dinosaurs had short arms, but not all of them.
So what kind of terrible lizards were there?
Well, scientists divided dinosaurs into two groups. The ornithischians, or bird-hipped, and the saurischian, or lizard-hipped dinosaurs.
And what does that mean?
Well, that means that they had different pelvic bone structures. Look here. This is a hypsilophodon. It's a bird-hipped dinosaur because its hips point toward the back like a bird's. It was also a herbivore.
Herbivore?
Yes, that means it ate plants.
Ah, just like rabbits. Wow, look at this one. This one's cute.
Cute? Are you sure, Pixie? That's an Allosaurus. It was a lizard-hipped dinosaur. Its pelvic bones were shaped like a reptile's, such as the lizards. See, the hips point forward.
Wow, look at those huge teeth. What did it feed on?
Meat. The Allosaurus was a carnivore or meat eater. But not all lizard-hipped dinosaurs were meat eaters. Some of them, like the huge Brachiosaurus, ate plants.
What cool names they have. Imagine Pixisaurus.
Ooh, you frighten me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to scare you. I didn't know you were so faint-hearted.
Oh, thanks.
So, tell me, when did these terrible lizards live?
Well, they evolved about 250 million years ago and walked the Earth for 185 million years.
Whoa, that's a long time.
That's true, considering that humans have only been here for several tens of thousands of years.
Hey, that's nothing in comparison.
That's right. There were three main dinosaur eras: the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous periods. At the end of the Cretaceous period, they became extinct. That was about 65 million years ago. As you probably know, today there are 6 continents. But back in the Triassic period, there was only one big one called Pangaea.
Pangaea? What did Pangaea look like?
Well, the interior of Pangaea was a huge and hostile desert. But along its borders grew ferns, horsetails, conifers, and ginkgo trees.
And how did dinosaurs evolve?
Well, first, they were small and walked on 2 legs.
So they could run faster than the others.
Right, to hunt down their prey and devour them.
So they were mean meat eaters.
That's right.
And what happened next?
Well, during the Jurassic period, Pangaea split into several different parts. That was the beginning of the continents we now know as Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, and the Americas.
I see. They drifted apart. But tell me, how was life back then?
During the Jurassic period, the climate got warm and humid. And as the deserts disappeared, the conditions became perfect for plants and animals. They thrived, and the number of animal and plant species multiplied. Little creatures like this Castoracauda and the Morganocodon roamed the planet.
Hey, they had a good time.
Well, probably. There were lots of plants and food everywhere.
And a good climate, too.
But also many meat-loving sauruses, which were hunting them down.
So also lots of trouble.
Oh yes, my friend. At this time, some of the dinosaurs grew bigger and bigger, and some of the largest animals to have ever walked the earth lived during that time, like the Diplodocus, which grew up to 27 meters long.
27 meters? And a meat eater?
No, herbivore.
Cool, so I could have climbed up and ridden on them?
Yeah, good idea, but unfortunately too late.
Hey, there's the Allosaurus again with his big fat head and his short arms.
Yes, he lived at that time. As the plant eaters grew bigger and bigger, so did the meat eaters who hunted them. Measuring 12 meters in length, it became the biggest of the theropods during the Jurassic period.
Theropods. What are they?
Well, theropods were meat-eating dinosaurs that walked on 2 feet and lived all over the world back then. They had long, dangerous claws. They didn't chew their prey. Instead, they gobbled it up in big pieces.
Ooh, big meat eaters with long, dangerous claws. I wouldn't want to meet one of those.
Oh, no, you wouldn't. But there were also smaller ones, like the Compsognathus, the smallest theropod. It only grew 70 centimeters tall.
Hey, that's shorter than me.
Yes, it was about as tall as a chicken.
Hey, were there any chickens or other birds around at that time?
Oh no, not at that time. But some predatory dinosaurs are the ancestors of the birds we know today. Like the Archaeopteryx.
Wow, you mean birds have cruel dinosaurs for great-great-grandparents? How exciting!
That's right.
Tell me more. What happened next?
Well, Pixi, after the Jurassic period came the Cretaceous period.
Which animals lived during the Cretaceous period?
Well, let's take a look. More and more different species developed during this time, including mammals. And the first birds developed from predatory dinosaurs.
Hey, look at that funny bird.
Yes, that's the Caudipteryx.
Aha! And this one looks like the great-great-great-grandfather of the turkey.
That's right. During the Cretaceous period, living conditions were perfect for fish, insects, and many other animals.
And what about dinosaurs?
Well, more giant dinosaurs emerged, like the Argentinosaurus. The herbivore lived in what's now Argentina and grew up to 35 meters long.
Wow! And what is this one with the scary-looking horns?
That's the Triceratops. It grew up to 8 meters in length.
Oh, and what's that? With the big teeth.
That's the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the king of the dinosaurs and one of the most dangerous animals to ever walk the planet.
Whoa, looks like the meanest of the mean.
Yeah, they were cruel hunters, who not only had dangerous teeth, but could also smell very well.
Let me guess. They were meat gobblers.
Yep, definitely giant meat eaters.
Boy, am I glad they're dead. Whoa! And what's this?
That's the Quetzalcoatlus. It had a wingspan of 12 meters.
Were they flying meat hunters?
No, they ate fish.
I see. And did dinosaurs live in the water, too?
Yes, there were quite a few which adapted to life in the water. The Ichthyosaurus, for example, lived in the oceans of Europe. It looked similar to the dolphins we know today.
Very cute.
And the Kronosaurus was one of the largest marine dinosaurs.
Wow, there were so many different kinds of dinosaurs. And where are they now?
Well, at the end of the Cretaceous period, about 65 million years ago, there was a massive climate change, and many animals were not able to adapt to the rapid change in their environment.
What happened?
Well, several things probably happened at once. Scientists assume that a huge meteorite crashed into the Earth.
Meteorite.
Yes, it's part of a planet that broke off and crashed into the Earth. This hurled vast amounts of dust into the sky, which cooled down the planet. On top of this, there were a lot of volcanic eruptions, which had the same effect.
Wait, how do we know all about this? Has anybody been there?
Well, nobody has been there, but there are still bones and other things from the past. Scientists, called paleontologists, study these fossils, and that's how they can find out.
What's that?
The remains of dead plants and animals. Normally, bodies decay over time, but if they don't come into contact with air because they were buried, then they turn to stone.
And that old stuff is called fossils?
Yes, and the paleontologists carefully remove all fossils from the ground and clean them.
And then?
They carefully assemble the bones they found, and then they can tell how large the animals were, how they moved, and so on.
Thank you, Magic Wall. What I want to do now is I want to go out and find some really cool fossils.
Well, good luck, Pixi.
You will see. I'm going to find some remains of a great dinosaur.
We'll see.
This looks like a bone. Like a dino bone. Or maybe not. Or a tooth. No. Not long and I will make a big discovery. Hey, you. How are you? Maybe you are the child of a child of a child of a terrible lizard. I assume you have no idea that you come from old dinosaurs which were cruel and mean. You birdosaurus, you singer-raptor, you terrible flying lizard. Ha ha!